Hello friends, today I am going to discuss with you the do's and don'ts of video lectures, that is through home learning, and this video is meant for all CA students, whether they are of intermediate or final or new syllabus or old syllabus. So video is meant for everyone and it's going to be an important one. It will tell you some of the common mistakes which the students make and they lose the benefit of video lectures. So I'm going to discuss today with you the do's and don'ts. Myself, CA Rakesh Agrawal, for those who don't know me, right? I'm a faculty from Pune and my specialization is in the subject of cost and management accounting. Let us proceed quickly, my dear friends. First of all, why this video lecture I am preparing, this video which you are watching. So dear student friends, COVID pandemic has made you to compulsorily shift from live coaching to virtual coaching. There's no option now, right? Everyone is sitting at home and studying. Actually, CA final students had shifted to virtual coaching around 2 years back only. But now almost all students had to compulsorily shift from live to virtual coaching. Now though virtual coaching through video lectures has lot of flexibility, right? You have lot of flexibility. You can watch any lecture at any time. You can decide your own timetable. 24/7, it's your choice. So it has lot of flexibility and advantages. Both. I have noticed that many students are unable to reap the full benefit of this facility, right? Though this video lecture, coaching through video lecture has a lot of flexibility and advantage, but students are unable to take the majority of the benefit of this facility of studying at home. My today's discussion is about how to make the best use of these video lectures, that is learning through video lectures. That is the purpose today's video I am recording. First of all, when to buy video lecture. We'll be discussing it very quickly. When to buy video lectures. The buying strategy for CA intermediate and CA final students is different. I'm talking about only two level of students, CA intermediate and CA final. The buying strategy is going to be different for these students because their examination which becomes due is different. CA inter students have to appear for their exam after around 9 months, approximately 9 months from passing their foundation exam, right? This is for intermediate students whose exam becomes due generally after 9 months from the passing of foundation exam. However, CA final students have to appear for their exam after around 24 to 30 months from passing their intermediate exam. If a student clears both the groups of intermediate in one stroke, then he will have around 30 months, that is 2.5 years to appear for his exam of CA final. And even if a student passes one group and then another group of intermediate, still that student will also have 24 months to appear for his CA final examination after passing intermediate examination. So the availability of time is different. So we'll discuss both the plans quickly and then I'll discuss a few common points also for both inter and final students. So in next slide, I'll first discuss the plan for intermediate and then for final and then common points for all students. Now when to buy video lectures, this I'm discussing for CA inter students. CA intermediate students should buy the video lectures of group 1 first for all the 4 subjects, because CA inter students will have to study all 4 subjects of group 1 together in a timetable manner. It means you'll have to arrange for some, let us say 2 hours per lecture. So in a day you'll have to view for 8 hours. Just example I'm saying, 2 hours every subject, all 4 subjects you'll have to view in a day. So 4 lectures every day, around 8 clock hours you'll have to view approximately I'm saying. So you should buy the lectures of only group 1, 4 subjects. Now after successful completion of group 1 subjects, that is all 4 subjects of group 1, then go for group 2. Then go for group 2. After completing group 1, then go for group 2. Again, another 4 subjects. Now don't buy all 8 subject lectures in one stroke. Don't buy all 8 at a time, because you don't know how much time will be required to study these subjects. Probably you might be studying these subjects at home through video lectures for the first time. So you don't have a judgment about how much time is required to cover up. So don't be in a hurry to buy both the group subjects at a time. Buy group 1 subjects and then buy group 2 subjects, 4 plus 4, one after another. The experience of studying group 1 subjects through this online coaching will help you to take better decision for group 2 subjects. See, once you have studied group 1 subjects, you would have gathered a lot of experience, right? What errors you are making, or what to do, or which teacher teaches in what fashion, whether you understand or not. So that experience of group 1 subjects will help you to take better decisions for group 2 subjects. Therefore, buy one after another. Now I will discuss the plan when to buy video lectures for CA final students, because CA final students have a lot of time for their examination. CA final students are undergoing articleship training. That is an important point which intermediate students are not undergoing. So CA final students are undergoing articleship training, and hence they may not get as much time to study as CA inter students has. CA inter student almost has the whole day for studies, but CA final students doesn't have whole day. They are already exhausted in the office. So majority time goes in the office. They are left with some time in the morning and some time in the evening. So my suggestion to CA final students would be to buy and view only one subject at a time. Only one at a time. Don't go for multiple. It means buy video lecture of any one subject. Watch it whatever time you get in the morning, and also continue watching it in the time which is available in the evening. Or watch it in the morning, solve the homework questions, or do some practice in the evening, or watch the lecture in the evening and do some practice in the morning, or solve homework questions in the morning. That way, means go one at a time, because along with articleship it will be difficult for you to manage multiple subjects at a time. So you should buy also and view only one at a time. Don't buy all at a time. Buy also one, view also one subject at a time. After finishing one subject, then go for the other. Finish one subject completely in morning evening time available to CA final students, and then go for the other subject. Finish one and go for other. Don't buy all the subjects at a time, even if you are getting some discount. Generally students rush after the discount. There might be combo offers if you buy multiple subjects from one website. My suggestion would be, forget about that discount, buy one at a time, complete one, then buy another, right? So don't go for discount and don't buy all at a time. Why? Else what will happen if you buy all at a time? Else the products will expire without viewing. If you have purchased all the products and you have activated them out of curiosity, but then you will have to watch only one at a time, some of the products may get expired, their expiry date will come near. Without viewing, without watching, those lectures will get expired. So that discount will be of no use to you. Later, therefore, I am suggesting to CA final students to go one by one, right? Don't fall prey to that discount policy, right? Though it may look nice at the time of buying, but practically it is very difficult to view all the 8 lectures in the allotted duration, all the 8 subjects in allotted duration. So please be careful. This is a major mistake which students make, and these type of things, requests come to us that, sir, I had purchased but then I could not view when the product has expired. See, generally for regular batches I provide 1 year validity duration. In case of my products, I am saying regular batch products. Regular batch products I provide 1 year validity, and students are unable to watch the lecture even for 1 year and the product gets expired. So you can understand why I am discussing this with you. This is for correcting your errors, please remember. CA final students should first buy those subjects where changes or amendments are almost negligible, or very few changes and amendments. Means which subjects they should finish first, like FR, that is financial reporting, SFM, that is strategic financial management, SCM, that is my subject, strategic cost management. Audit may sometimes contain few changes, but okay, audit is also okay. And elective subject, one of the elective papers which you get a choice. So these subjects are such where the changes or amendments are very few. So these are the first to hit. So in first, let us say time available to you after intermediate passing, you should first cover up these 5 papers. And after completing the above subjects, one by one again, after completing the above subjects one by one, they should go for this corporate law, direct tax and indirect tax. That is DT, IDT, because here the assessment year may change in case of DT, IDT. In corporate law, there might be some amendments or changes. After all, it's a law related subject. So law related subject you will keep little towards the end, and in the beginning you will finish the first 5 subjects like these. Okay. Anyway, I'm not telling you anything new. Majority CA final students follow the same policy. Now, at the same time, means while watching the regular lectures from video, at that time you have to prepare a brief summary notes while studying a particular subject. When you are studying a particular subject, start preparing brief summary notes. You complete one chapter, right? Prepare a brief summary, then view the lectures of other chapter, again prepare a summary, and so on in a separate notebook. Now, so that if you prepare these summary notes, it will be helpful for revision purpose before the exam. So these summary notes will be helpful to you at before the exam for revision purpose, because you won't get that much time to view all the lectures again, especially the regular batch lectures whose duration is too long. So this much time you are not going to get. So study once, first time whenever you are studying, study it with concentration, understanding, and prepare brief summary notes for revision in future. Now prepare a timetable of study. That is very important. You should have a timetable like we used to prepare it in the college, or the college authorities used to give us Monday what lecture at which time, Tuesday what is the schedule, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all weekdays, and a timetable was prepared since morning, right, till evening. So you will have to also prepare the timetable. The timetable for intermediate students will be different and CA final students will be different, because naturally intermediate students will have no articleship, but CA final students will have. So depending upon the available time with you, you have to prepare a nicely implementable timetable. The timetable which you can practically implement. Only prepare that type of timetable. So please prepare a day wise. Day wise means Monday to Sunday or Monday to Saturday, right? So prepare a day wise timetable for your study in an Excel file. Those who know Excel, prepare it in Excel so that you can change it easily, or on a piece of paper and put it on your study table, right? So that you know today's schedule, what I have to do, what I have to complete. So you must have a timetable. Prepare it as per your convenience, right? Depending upon time available for you, right? Or time available with you. But then you have to prepare a timetable, that is for sure. So there has to be a plan for implementation. And unless we set the targets for ourselves, right, we are not going to achieve it automatically. So without setting the goal, without setting the target, how you will achieve it? So the first step towards achieving the goals or targets is first set the targets, set the goals. So you have to have a plan of action in place, and that plan of action is your timetable. This is very, very important. Don't go in a haphazard manner, go in a planned manner, right? You are the future chartered accountants, right? The backbone of this country. So you should go in a very much planned manner. And now after preparation of timetable, strictly follow the timetable. Strictly follow the timetable prepared by you with 100% accuracy, right? No time pass here. Once the timetable is prepared, first of all I said prepare implementable timetable and then implement it. You have to strictly follow that timetable with 100% accuracy. Majority students default in the implementation process, because majority students will prepare the timetable but they won't implement the timetable. Then what is the use? You have prepared a plan but you don't want to follow that plan, then what is the use of making that plan? So you have to implement it. Punish yourself for not following your own study timetable. If you are not following that timetable, punish yourself, because self-discipline is the best discipline. That is what I believe in. Now you are grown-up children, my dear friends, right? So you should follow self-discipline. You are not kids now. So you'll have to punish yourself. What could be the ways of punishment? Right? Solving more homework question could be a punishment. Right? Not taking food once, skipping the food could be another punishment. Or then, though you have decided Sunday as your holiday, you will cover up those missed lectures on Sunday. So somehow you should punish, but that punishment should lead to certain good things also, right? So you have to give the punishment to yourself and see to it that timetable is strictly followed with 100% accuracy. Please remember, Japanese people are known for implementing their plan with cent% accuracy without any deviation. That is why that country is ahead, and we want to be also. Now, don't study in installments, right? This is another drawback to study in bits and parts. So don't study in installments. Please be very regular in your studies. I have already told you, self-discipline is best discipline, so that you don't lose the link of what you are studying. If you study in parts, some part of the lecture you have watched, then taken 2-3 days break, then another part of the lecture, it means you are not regular in studies, and there won't be a linkage between the two lectures. You will forget what you had studied earlier if there is a gap. 1 day off in a week is okay. This is maximum. 1 day off in a week. This is maximum, I am saying, not a minimum. If you can study all 7 days in a week without getting exhausted, okay, no problem, very good. Or else you can take any 1 day off of your own choice. But at least you have to work for 6 days in a week. However, a big gap in between the lectures will cause a lot of problem in getting connected with the subject again. Like you had purchased a product, let us say my product only of CA final, that is strategic cost management, viewed 5-10 lectures, then took a long break of 2-3 months, then again started watching the lecture. You won't get connected with the subject. You will lose the complete link. Then again watch 10 lectures, then again a gap of 1 month. It is of no use, as good as not studying. So don't do it in installments. You have to do it in a continuous manner. At the same time, please watch one full video lecture in one sitting. Try to watch one full video lecture in one sitting. Don't spread one lecture itself over the entire day, right? Unless there is an emergency. So try to watch one full video lecture in one sitting only. Means complete that movie in one stroke, right? To have full understanding. It is also advisable to watch the video lectures in the same sequence for better understanding. In whichever sequence the faculty is teaching, try to watch the lectures in the same sequence, that is lecture 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Some students try to jump, they watch 1 or 2 lectures here and then jump in the middle and then jump at the end. So they watch it in any sequence. My dear friends, you are just doing time pass for yourself, and then institute will pass your time. So go it in the same sequence, my dear friends, right? Because then you will have better understanding, right? Better linkage, because subsequent lectures are dependent on previous lectures discussion. So watch it in the same sequence, and as far as possible try to watch full lecture in one sitting. Now, use of earphone or headphone. For better audio quality, you may make use of your earphone, your mobile earphone itself, or a headphone, right? For better sound quality, better audio quality. It will also help you to avoid outside noise and distractions, right? Naturally, this will help you to avoid the outside noise. It won't come to your ears and you won't get distracted by a little bit of noise outside. So I recommend or highly recommend the use of earphone or headphone while watching the lectures. And please study with 100% concentration. Give your best when you are watching the lectures. So please study with 100% concentration and with understanding, because you will not get much time to study it again. Especially regular batch students, you won't get time again and again to study the same lectures. Like for example, in my subject of costing at CA final and intermediate, it is around 200 hours plus. The recording is of around 200 hours plus. So 200 hours you have spent, you are not going to get a chance to give 200 hours again. So when you are doing it for the first time, do it nicely. right? Don't be under the impression that, okay, this is my casual study and then I will again sit for studies seriously. Don't do that, right? First time is best time to study. So do it once for all, right? Time is very, very important for CA students. Now, please stay away from mobile phone, social media, television, etc. while studying. Now, this need not be told to you. You are grown-up children. But then what can be done? We have become addicted to other devices so much that you are studying and also you are doing multitasking. At one place you are studying, at another place your mobile is on, television is on. So I don't think you will get benefited, my dear friends, right? You will end up passing your time or wasting your time. So completely stay away from everything else, right? Full attention, full concentration on studies, only one part with full understanding. Make a separate notebook, right? You have to make a separate notebook. So please make a separate notebook for each subject and write down the answers in it. You have to write the answers. Your writing habit and writing skill is equally important, because till now institute has not gone for online examination system. You have to still write the paper. So your writing skill and writing habit is very important. I came to know from some of the students that they are just watching the lectures through their eyes or listening it through their ears, but their hand is not working, they are not writing. Naturally, it is going to cause a disaster. So you have to write down and make a separate notebook, not one notebook for all subjects, separate notebooks for each subject. Don't watch the video lectures the way you watch a movie. You are not in a theater, because you are in a classroom. Treat that you are in a classroom, though you are sitting in front of the screen, either your mobile screen or your laptop screen, but you are not watching a movie. Don't keep your hands tight like this, right? You should have all equipments with you, like pen, pencil, calculator, and keep doing the calculation along with me. Keep writing the answer, keep developing the answer in the notebook. So you have to be as serious as if you are sitting in the classroom and not in the movie theater. Please remember. Please sit with pen, pencil, calculator, water bottle, etc. everything near you. This notebook which you are preparing while studying the subject, this notebook will be helpful to you for reference purposes, for referring it in future for revision. Anytime in future you need the help, you can open the notebook and you'll find the answer. Question book we have already provided to you. Otherwise, you'll have to go and watch that lecture again. If you have not written anything in the notebook, you'll have to watch the lecture again. That lecture might have got expired, or the views got expired, might have got expired by that time. So your notebook should be ready, complete notebook. So please develop the habit of writing. Writing very important. I know people don't like nowadays to write. Slowly they are losing the habit of writing, but our exam system will make you write. So there is no option at present. Now don't use fast forward or speed mode. In our video lectures, you can do fast forward, or there are some speed options available. You can watch the lecture at a higher speed also. That is available in that video player, the RioPlay 2 software which we provide. Now as the fast forward or speed button is in your hands, you may be tempted to use it. So there is a temptation to go ahead, like while watching the movie we do, right? So you will be tempted to use the fast forward button or speed button. Please do not use it, not recommended, though choice is available. Some students try to skip the theory discussion using that fast forward button. They try to skip the theory discussion. That sir is discussing theory, it is boring, why to listen to it, let's go ahead. Or they use the fast forward mode when a teacher gives you the time to read the question again, or try it on your own first. Like in my subject of costing, I generally tell the students to go through the question again. Means I read the question once, I tell you to read it again, so that you can learn the art of interpreting the question. So at that time in my video lecture, I am silent and students are reading the question again. So there is nothing, no activity is going on in the video lecture. Now what some students will do, that as sir is not saying anything, let us do the fast forward. But actually the time is given to you to read it again. Interpretation of question, correct reading of question is very, very important in my subject at least. That is costing or cost management. Very important. Correct reading and interpretation of question. Sometimes I give you the time to try the question on your own on rough paper. I tell that in the classroom, that first you try on your own based on your understanding. So again, I am not doing anything there in front of you in the video lecture. But that time I have given you to try. So instead of you trying at home, what you will do, let us fast forward and let us only copy the answer. Please remember, you are trying to understand the subject. You are not here to copy only answers, right? It's not just question and answer. It is how that answer is developed, why a particular step is taken, why a particular calculation is done. That is equally important. Understanding is important. So generally people do this fast forward when a teacher gives you some time to read or solve the question. Don't do that fast forward. As I said, assume that there is no fast forward button in your video lecture and there is no speed button. Do not increase the speed also of the lectures. Now students use fast forward or speed button to save some time. You feel that you are saving some time. However, it comes at the cost of understanding the subject. Means though you may save some time, but that saving comes at the cost of understanding. By saving few days, few hours, you will be sacrificing the understanding, complete understanding of the subject. And therefore I am saying not to use this button. Now don't try to be a technical wizard. Now what I want to say here. It is observed that some students try to crack the software and do lot of other things or other tricks to save some money. Just to save some money, students try and do some lot of experiments with the software or with our video lecture products. Don't do that. Now in the process of doing it, if you are trying to do these things, what will happen? In the process of doing it, they'll be wasting their valuable time and energy. It means those students who are doing it, they will end up wasting their time and their energy, won't gain anything. But then people try to do it just to save some money. Please remember, loss of 6 months. If in this process of trial and error, if you lose 6 months, then what will happen? Loss of 6 months is like losing the highest earned salary in your life in these 6 months. I'm saying highest earned salary. The loss of 6 months is like losing the salary, highest salary of your 6 months. Now why highest salary only? Let us say a student who passed in the first stroke, in the first attempt, got 25 years to serve. I'm just taking an example. His working life is, let us say, 25 years. And a student who lost 6 months due to trial and error will get 24 years and 6 months. Now, both the students, student A and student B, when they start the career, they have to start with 0 only. But one student will get 25 years of his career span, professional span. I'm just taking an example. B student will get 24 years and 6 months only, 6 months less. Those 6 months are your highest paid 6 months, please remember. So, loss of 6 months is going to cause you the loss of highest earning of your 6 months. Now compare this loss, compare it with the money saved on video lectures. Compare the loss of 6 months earning, highest earning, with the money saved on video lectures by doing some tricks, right? And then take your own decision. So I'm leaving the decision to you, that either enter into malpractices and try to do some jugaad, what we say in India, right, to save some money, or better save your 6 months, right? Compare the two and take your own decision. Now do the homework sincerely. The good part of video lecture is that no one is going to check your homework. That is the good part. Hence, no punishment from teachers for not doing the homework. That is a good part, because you are studying at home. But, however, ICAI may punish you for 6 months. Teacher may not punish you, but institute will punish you if you are not doing the homework sincerely. So, I request you to do the homework very, very sincerely. Now, it is better to solve the homework questions and check it with the solutions provided in the notes. So when you are studying a particular chapter, the homework related to that chapter you should solve simultaneously on a rough paper, right, of the same chapter which is under discussion. So keep solving those homework questions and keep checking it with the solutions provided in the notes itself. Now this will help you, this homework questions will help you to gain self-confidence first of all. If you are able to get the correct answer, that will boost up your confidence. And you will come to know the accident spots also. In case if you make the errors, you will come to know where the error is committed and how the error is committed. Whether I have gone wrong in my interpretation or whether I have gone wrong in the calculation. So you'll have to learn from those accidents and those mistakes so that these won't get repeated in the exam. But for that, you'll have to try on your own. So simultaneously while studying, you have to solve the homework questions also. Friends, there is no substitute for hard work. Everyone tells you that. And for CA course, definitely there is no substitute for hard work. Friends, wish you all the best. This was what from my side. I recorded this video so that you don't make mistakes and don't lose your valuable time. Okay friends, I sign off today. Bye bye.